Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my next quote of the day. Today we have a quote from Mahatma Gandhi, and the topic is on the intuition, hearing your inner voice of guidance that comes directly from your soul. Mahatma Gandhi said this: everyone who wills can hear the inner voice. It is within everyone. Now, sometimes we think, I don't know how to do that. People talk about hearing the gut feeling and hearing the inner voice. I don't know how to do that. I can't do that. I'm just different. I can't do that. No, that's for special people. That's definitely not for me. Well, now you're not all that special. You are as special as every other human being on earth, and every human being on earth can hear the inner voice because every human being has a soul. If you have a soul, and you do, then you can hear the voice of the soul, the voice of your higher self, your inner being, your heart. Your heart is speaking to you at all times. And I think Mahatma Gandhi gives us the clue here is how you can make that a reality in your life. And I think the key that you can hear that inner voice for yourself, can be tuned into it, is through the one thing he says here: everyone who wills. So the first and most important thing you have to do to be able to hear your inner voice, to finally be able to connect with your own heart, is to have it set in your will. So your will determines a lot in your life. And it's not the ego will. It's the will of your heart. The will of your heart is for you to find your path and to become all you can possibly be. And if you will follow the will of your heart, then everything will fall into place. And the first thing is the willing desire, the setting your intention on finding your inner voice. And I have a video on this specific topic, how you can do that. But the thing is to quiet your ego, do a lot of contemplation, meditation, and just listen quietly and keep a notebook, keep a journal. Explore, learn other religious traditions, other religious ways. So there's a lot of things you can do, but it all begins with the will. If you set your will, I'm going to know how to hear from my inner intuition, from my inner voice, from my inner knowing. Then you can. It's an option that's completely available to you. And so all you have to do is make that your intention and your will. And then you set about doing the things that we've talked about here. You will have to quiet your ego and not listen to it anymore. When it's screaming at you, just ignore it. When it's talking shame, just ignore the shame. When it's saying you'll be ashamed of doing this and people will laugh at you if you do this, and just ignore it. You've got to just set your intention to know and find your intuition, your inspiration, and follow it. And that's what it takes. And then it's work. It's an effort. It isn't just going to happen. And there'll be some trial, some error. You'll miss it sometimes. After a while, the ego will give up and try to mimic your intuition to get its own way back. It will pretend to be the voice of the intuition. And it can do a good job of fooling you sometimes. I've been fooled many times by my ego. Some part of me wants what the ego is saying, so I allow myself to be fooled, follow the voice of the ego that's pretending to be the intuition. And I have experienced a struggle of thinking I hear the voice of inspiration, but at the same time hearing something kind of the same, but kind of different. And it's my ego trying to imitate, to mimic my intuition. And so that can get really hard, and you'll be fooled sometimes. I mean, it won't be perfect. And in the beginning, you might be, you're a beginner. You have to have a beginner's mind. And the key thing is to keep a beginner's mind all your days as you are following your intuition. Begins with setting the intention and the will. I will follow my intuition. I will not be led by my monkey mind, by my ego anymore. That is a thing of the past. I'll do anything I can. I'll make mistakes as I go. I'll get up. I'll dust myself off and set my path determinedly, intentionally, to follow my intuition and only my intuition. My ego will be my servant and not my master. If you said that to yourself every day in the morning and every day in the evening and many times throughout the day, My ego is my servant and not my master. Boy, your life will get a lot better really fast. And do everything in your power to make that come true. So I hope you got something out of this little quote. If you did, I hope you'll consider liking this video, maybe a thumbs up. Tell some family and friends about this channel. That's the best thing you can do. Hopefully for both the channel, for you and for them. I hope so. And I'll see you tomorrow on the next Quote of the Day. See you then.
For deeper dives into psychology and philosophy, check out our YouTube channel, The Examine Life Daily, and check out our Nomadic YouTube channels. Bob is at CheapRVLiving, Autumn is at Autumn and Chloe, and our editor Robert is at Frontier Van Life.